Chicks here. So today we are going to talk about home time and what that looks like. Please keep in mind that this is our fleet specific. All fleet owners are going to have a different home time policy, so all the information we're giving you today is specific to Highfield Trucking. So when you guys come on, your lease agreement is going to state that you are out 75% of the month. So ultimately, 3 weeks out of the month. However, at the end of the day, our most successful teams are staying out more like 6 to 8 weeks and then planning that home time. What else did I want to add to that?
Oh, that's good. Well, you'll think of it in a minute.
Well, what Delina's saying basically is if you are out for an in-service and running freight for 75% of any month, you then would be eligible for a week of home time. Now, that week sometimes can encompass a weekend. A lot of our trucks don't run weekend freight. So if you end up near your home on a Friday, you'll have that weekend plus the following week. So it can be a pretty good time at home. But if you stay in service and are active for that 75%, we give you, as Highfield, we give you a 300-mile radius, basically, of your home of free miles to get there. Now, the teams are responsible for finding loads and or freight to as close as they can get to their home location. However, keep in mind, not everybody wants to go all the way back home sometimes for home time. And Delina can attest to this. We have a lot of trucks that, as you're out here running around, you find amazing places that you're like, oh my gosh, I'd love to vacation here one day.
I want my home time at the beach.
There you
Miami
go.
Would be great.
Okay, so you deliver a load in South Florida, and then
I'm as close to South Florida as I can.
then you take your home time wherever you are. I know when Jimmy and I were on the road, we drove through a lot of places. We're like, oh my gosh, we really need to come back here one day. So your home time could actually be anywhere you choose for it to be. So don't think you always have to get home to where you are.
You have to pay for a hotel, then go to the beach. There are campgrounds at the beach.
Yes, because you can camp in these trucks. So you could have a really nice mini vacation every so often in the truck. So, but that 300-mile radius gives you those free miles. Now, don't get me wrong. That's not to say that there are not exceptions to what happens in our drivers' lives. And Highfield is a very family-oriented company, and we understand that things happen. You have losses in your family. You have big events in your family's weddings, births, graduations, all of those kinds of things that might, happen unexpectedly or might even be pre-planned that might require extra time. And sometimes those exceptions can be made. We would just run it by the owners and make sure that everything is good before you leave for any extended period of time or take any extended leave.
I remember what I was going to say. Where do I park my truck when I go home?
Okay. So where you park your truck, as long as our equipment is left in a safe and secure location, we are good with that. A lot of our teams have an area where they can park their truck right at their home or somewhere in their neighborhood. You can always find a safe haven through the carrier, either Panther or FedEx, where they would allow trucks to be parked. You could park it at a truck stop if there's one near your home. We just ask that you constantly check on the truck if it's in a public location to make sure that it's not been messed with, tampered with, or anybody has made a bonehead move and damaged your equipment while you're at home. And we also recommend, maintenance would tell you, to go and crank the truck and make sure that you're not going to have any underlying problems or issues when you come back, or something is having drained power and you have some kind of an issue. So you'll want to keep an eye on the equipment when you're home as well. But as long as it's in a safe and secure location, good to go.
I think that's it for home time. It's pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory, I think.
Absolutely. So, and again, there are places that are easier, and there are folks, we have drivers that live all over the country, so don't get me wrong. There are some home places that are more difficult to get to than others. That's also not to say that we will not allow the truck to still be driven over the 300 miles. That's not set in stone. My house is 320 miles and I can't go because it's not within the 300 miles. We do allow that, but if it's substantially over that, the drivers would be responsible for the extra mileage, which we base off of current fuel rates and average mile per gallon. So that can always be negotiated, and it can always be charged to the driver if you have an exception, or if you can't get where you need to be and you need to be someplace right away. We're going to help you get there no matter what.
Guys, if you have more specific questions about home time, drop them in the comments. My email, everything, all social media links, it's all on here. So we want to hear from you.
We get that and we get the question a lot, like, how often can I go home? Again, like Delina said, though, most of our successful teams are not going home once a month, and I actually recommend that probably not be what you do if you come out here and want to be successful and make a bunch of money. You're going to want to stay out 6 to 8 weeks in order to maximize your home time and your money. So, sorry. Gus is putting his input on home time. So that's all we've got for this quick video. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you guys next time.